Guys, let's go ahead and get this started. We have Rev.Kizu being the blue Protoss in the bottom middle going up against Rev.Loton, the red Protoss in the top. So we have a PvP on MLG Metalopolis. This is part of Rev.Kizu, so it's a nice, good old fun time for all. We also, there's actually some lag spikes happening to get in the game. I hope that doesn't hurt the players. Hello? Tiberius?
I'm here.
Okay, cool. Just a second. Alright, so now, PvP, we've already seen the first game of today actually being a PvP between Loton and Chicanery, and it was actually kind of a weird PvP as Loton kind of just was like, I'm not going to warp in for the first couple of minutes against a 4-gate by Chicanery, and he went ahead and basically won really easily. The game went on longer than it should have, but Loton basically just showed that he's very, very comfortable at defending 4-gates. So if there's going to be another 4-gate happening from Kizu's point of view, this could be rather deadly against Kizu, but I highly doubt he's going to, as he's actually walling off at the front. Yeah, we got scouting happening, and actually Kizu took a really weird scouting pattern. He's actually taking a look for proxies before anything else. This is actually one of the most efficient scout patterns I've ever seen. He's literally, in terms of the metagame of Metalopolis, especially in PvP, but against proxies in general in Metalopolis, because you have the, I'll do this all from the point of view of Kizu, so we can actually keep this consistent. But as far as Kizu is concerned, if his opponent's proxying and they do it blindly, it's going to be either here, here, or somewhere in here, because there are places that are going to be away from the watchtower vision, and you can basically scout with the probe after you put down the proxies to find your opponent's starting position. So that's great scouting by him. Yep. I mean, unfortunately for him, he did scout last, but he's so locked tight anyway, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
And you know what? That might be why he actually walled off. It might literally be in case of a scouted late, like in-base 2-gate rush or something, in which case he can wall off, get out stalkers, and defend. I think that could be something he's thinking. I just don't know the exact timings to know if that actually worked out or not. I'm kind of theory crafting it anyway, but right now we do see Kizu spotting the fact that there was a robo going down. I just hope he clicked on it to see it.
There's a lot of chronos saved up by Loton.
Kizu's got a little bit less, but Loton is literally 1 chrono behind. He might just be doing that against for Zealots to defend against the possibility of a 4-gate, but he scouted no 4-gate, so I think he's gonna go ahead and chrono out some probes and or the Immortal or Warp Gate. I don't think he's gonna chrono out the Gateway any longer.
Kizu is hiding a probe in the top left corner.
It's a good spot. It's not in base. Generally, people scout the in-base places anyway. But right now, Loton has got a pure Zealot and Immortal opener at the start. Notice he never gets a second gas. It's actually kind of a unique 1-gate robo that defends 4-gate that I've seen before. It's literally a single gateway and a single robo getting units, and it defends a 4-gate.
Is that a defensive move? When you look at Kizu's base, he has a second assimilator. No, never mind, he just took it.
Yeah.
He just had it sitting there, completed, but not mining for a while, and I was wondering if he's doing that to throw off any scouts, or if he just forgot about it, or if he was trying to prevent Loton from taking it.
I think it was he stopped mining the gas from it, or didn't mine the gas for it, for the reasons of blocking Loton from seeing this expansion possibility, because Kizu got a very early PvP expo. This is honestly the earliest, safest expo I've ever seen. For a few reasons. The main thing is that he scouted defensive play at the start for Loton, and then decided to basically ensure the fact that Loton would stay in his base after scouting something normal at the start for Kizu. You can see how Kizu's being aggressive with 2 Stalkers, which is being actually really effective, kills off a Zealot, but he's serving to delay his push even longer so he can get out all of these gateways and his Twilight Council, so he can actually hold this expansion, because if he can hold it, Loton is behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Loton's going to be incredibly aggressive now. What he's doing is he actually built a 4th gate. So he's basically going to have a 4 gate happening at a delayed time with the added benefits of an Immortal and a War Prism, but he's still actually 4 gating. But he's going to be caught off guard by this Expo. There's no way he's going to be expecting that to be up already. Kizu has a lot of units too. He's going to lock in the Zealots. Nicely done. This guy's actually going to get away. But I think he just successfully held it off.
In the base now and dropping Zealots.
Yeah.
He's force feeding the ram. That's nice.
Yep. So he's be the first one going down. There we go. Now we're going to have all those Zealots having a fun time killing off those probes. And Kizu's actually pulling back all those probes down here. He should be trying to target down maybe the sentries or something, or maybe force fielding his probes away from the cells, but this is an incredibly bad attack for Kizu. This is positioned perfectly by Loton. He lost that though.
Oh, he lost that.
Honestly though, it may not matter. Kizu's down now to 14 probes, and Loton still has... Actually, never mind, he has no force fields left, but he's able to pick off a few more units from Kizu, but he's still done the damage. 12 probes are left. And Loton's actually got an expansion of his own during this time. And more probes are going down over here. But...
There's a little counter coming, but not going to do much damage here. There was 3 Zealots going to fall.
Yeah. Loton does not get Stalkers in PvP. Yeah, he's basically going purely Zealot, Sentry, Immortal. Which is really interesting. I'm curious how he would actually handle Colossi if he saw Colossi coming, because this is a pretty vulnerable way to play PvP against Colossi. Yeah. But he's already put himself in an amazing position in this game. Yeah,
this really impressed me. When I saw Loton's attack coming, I thought it wouldn't do much just because Kizu had such a big army, but this actually was quite a hurtful push. I mean, all the damage.
Yeah, it was controlled perfectly. That War Prism was key and pivotal. In fact, the Frontal Assault was a complete, well, just deterrent from Kizu having any kind of army in the main. And the thing is, Loton would have just attacked the front normally if there wasn't an expansion. And with that War Prism, he could just do a double-pronged attack and not worry about the sentries. But he ended up actually having even better attack because of the presence of the expansion. And now we're going to see high ground Immortals. 3 Immortals against... So we're going to need some more forces like Kizu to block off the Immortal DPS against those Stalkers. But I think Loton has basically sealed his command of the game, at the very least command of the mid-game, completely, and he's free reign to tech to whatever he wants to right now. So Kizu's getting a Stargate. He's probably going to try and get Phoenixes out. Yeah, he's actually going to put out a second Stargate too, so I'm going to try and get Phoenixes out to try and put some harassment against Loton, because Loton is getting way too far ahead economically for Kizu to deal with. As you can see, Loton's got 10 more probes, and his income's much higher.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really curious about the this. What I assume is going to be a Phoenix switch out of Kizu. Especially as Loton doesn't have an observer on the field at all.
Nope.
He's not an observer. That's really, really weird. I would assume you get at least 1 or 2. And he's also taking his 3rd base right now, so we're going to see actually a 5-base PvP in a couple minutes. But Kizu's actually doing a good job of rebuilding his probes. He's got to be careful about his army composition, though. This pure Zealot and everything comes in, especially with the Twilight Council out for Loton, he's going to be able to get charge and go for a charge lot Archon in some respect with the Immortals, and that is such a difficult army composition to deal with unless you're at max toss with a ton of Colossi. So Kizu, he's going for Phoenixes, so which is nice. And Kizu is now scouting this Nexus, so he attacks it too, which means that Loton now knows that Kizu knows. But I don't think there's going to be too many issues for Loton. He still hasn't started charge, but Kizu has.
Yeah, and he just got vision of the pylon.
Yep, he did. So he actually realizes that it's there. But this is a very nice surprise Phoenix tech. If he can actually get the Phoenixes in, and even if he just simply lifts up the Immortals, that'll be a really big deal. But Loton's now getting out his Archons, which is unfortunate for Kizu, because Kizu can land good solid force fields and help his Zealots get a better choke and angle of attack. Kizu would be able to create an RE position at any point in the map that would have actually benefited him.
He might intercept that Warp Prism. No, he's not. They're just flying by each other. How many, that's like what, 6 Phoenixes? How many probes can he expect to pick up on that?
Good solid dozen at least. Yeah, look at this. This is the thing that Phoenixes do. He's now clearing out this main base. He literally has almost no lifts left. In fact, he has no lifts left. And he's taking just a little bit of health on a single Phoenix, and he actually bunches them up and freights the Archons. That's a bad move. But now we're going to watch as Loton sees the third of Kizu coming up. And Kizu now has a single lift left, so he can easily take down the Zealot if he wants to. But Loton's got a big army coming in. We're going to need some good... The problem is that there's no energy on these Phoenixes. So they're basically worthless right now because there are no Colossi. The one thing to be able to really attack is this Warp Prism. So I'm scared for Kizu defending this attack when there are 7 Immortals and 5 Archons. And the Zealots are just there to tank and buy time for the Archons and Immortals and everything to deal the real damage. Alright, so now here we are.
This should be interesting.
Yeah. So there they are. There's the lift off of a bunch of nice, very nice. But there's reinforcements coming in from the right side. The Archons are still alive though, and Loton's gonna crush.
Yeah, this is the end of it.
Yeah. The Phoenixes not having energy is really hurting, and the fact that Archons are so good against Zealots as we're seeing right now is just wrecking this. I mean, Kizu tried to recover beautifully, but look at this, it's just GG, and Loton's now up 3-0 in this cough.
3-0, which means that the next few games are gonna